We're just gonna do it. Hey y'all. They ready. Maybe. They ready. They are.
And I am Sweetie.
And we are
Two different twins.
But before we start, I gotta give it out to my producer for the intro.
You heard me?
Bomb.
You heard me?
And I'm down with that.
You heard me?
So this is our podcast. We are bringing you a podcast from two different perspectives, coming from two people from the same set with two different belief systems, and showing y'all how we can coexist with each other and not allow the differences to get between us, and how we came to this growth of being able to exist with one another and respect one another for each other's differences. And let's get into it.
You heard me?
Y'all had to cleanse the space because this lady done drunk all my crown for the weekend.
Let me tell you something. I don't drink nobody's crown. She offered that to me, and I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and she's offered me her hospitality or whatever, and I just went ahead and just took the little shot of crown. I don't really drink like that, just to let y'all know. Okay, so let's get into it. So we are bringing you a podcast from two twins raised up the same way, but as we grew, we saw things two totally different ways and have two different ways of looking at things. It don't matter if we feel that each other is wrong. It's just from the perspective of what that person is looking at. So what you think?
My sister is so long.
But let me tell you something. The difference between us, I give a little foundation before I give you what I want to give you, so you can understand where I'm coming from. But her, she just like, blah. I'm gonna give it to you, and you gonna understand it the way that you want to understand it.
But my thing is this, y'all. What you see with me is what you get. I feel like everybody has this representative, and in the beginning of when they meet you, I want you to know what you got, what you about to get. You know what I'm saying? So if you about to ride out, go ahead and ride out.
And I respect that. She's keeping it real from the beginning. I'm not saying do not keep it real from the beginning. I'm just saying, like, I'm a little bit more reserved.
Well, do what you do. So, y'all, in this podcast, we're going to cover a lot of things. We're going to cover sexuality, beliefs,
how you raise your children, how we see.
We totally different in that aspect.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We're going to get to that. We totally different in a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But we're the same in some aspects.
At the end.
But we have two totally different ways of how we approach and how we respond to some things. Because, baby, she could go off. And, honey, I'm just, the good girl.
Girl. No, you didn't. Okay. All right, y'all. But so today, we're going to cover the differences between us two and our belief systems. I will call what you would say is spiritual, and this lady is
I'm Christian.
She love her Jesus.
I surely do. I love Jesus with all of my heart.
I like Jesus too. I love Jesus,
and I believe that I am the atmosphere changer. Wherever I go, I am the atmosphere changer, and favor has to come to me, and blessings overtake me, and that's just what I believe.
And that's what I respect about her. That's what I like about my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm spiritual, I'm on my own journey, but I like the way she is in her faith.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? I could, sometimes be a little pessimistic, and I'm learning, like I say, I'm on my journey. I'm learning that you have to speak things in existence, and she's really, She's really in tune with that.
Period.
So you gonna tell her what you like about me?
Yeah, but I just want to understand, like, can you give us the definition of pessimistic?
Pessimistic. She's trying to use all these big words. This lady is really trying to get me to get all of my business. You know what I'm
What does pessimistic mean? That's all I ask.
I'm a little different when life circumstances come my way. I tend to get in my own little shell. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to blame it on the strength of being a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? But she has, influenced me to, if I'm gonna sit up here and teach y'all, spiritual, ways to deal with things, I have to live it. I have to live it. You know what I'm saying? So rather than going in my shell and secluding myself, I have to encourage myself and speak that. So now I find myself waking up in the morning, you know what I'm saying, saying my affirmations, speaking life into myself. So I would say that in that aspect, but you still haven't told these people what I'm,
If she let me get to it. But what I like about her, she's real, and you have to respect her for that. And most people who show up as themselves, it's like either you're gonna like me, love me, or not like me. So it's like I have to respect who she's portraying to me because she's confident in who she is. Now, like, I'm a Christian and I love my faith. It's a way of life, but some in any aspect of Christianity, some people put on the false face, meaning like, oh, everything is good, all is well, praise the Lord, and they're not being real about things. You understand what I'm saying? And I respect that she's not afraid of the judgment that she gets from other people. It's like, look, you're gonna respect me for who I am, and that's it. You don't, and that's it. I like that, and I want that confidence to walk in who I am without the fear of people judging me because I am a Christian and I'm supposed to behave a certain kind of way.
Let me like my Pelo said too. You heard me? That's that positive energy. But let me tell y'all something. We have not always been in this place.
Yeah.
Okay. My friends who watching this right now.
And we thank y'all.
Erica, Liza, Jessica, you know what I'm saying? They know.
Julia, since we go with us.
They know that we haven't been in this place. You know what I'm saying? So for us to be here is special. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we can be an example to people, you know what I'm saying, showing that us coming from the same stack and sharing, you know what I'm saying, like sharing such a close space and to be totally different,
right?
You know what I'm saying, and to learn how to coexist. And trust me, we have butt heads, and recently we butt heads, and we came past that. You know what I'm saying? We came past that and realized that we just two different people with two different perspectives, but that don't have to go left.
Exactly.
It don't have to go left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And she's not wrong, and I'm not wrong. It's just the way that we see things from a different perspective, especially how we parent. But we're not gonna go there. We're gonna save that for a different day. But but coming from where we came from, we learn to respect each other. If you value that relationship with your family or your sister, your brother, your friends, you're gonna respect who they are because first of all, they're bringing you peace. But at the same time, look, I respect you for you and I love you for you, and that's just the way that we're supposed to do. Because if you're not loving somebody for who they are, you're gonna be by yourself because you want people to accept you for you. Okay.
This lady's so long-winded.
Can somebody give me the definition of pessimistic? Because your girl didn't give me the definition. Thank you, Desmond. Pessimistic. The definition to see the what? Thank you, Desmond. Thank you so much. Because this child, she didn't even give me the doggone definition. She just say, she be hella shell or whatever.
I did, William. Seeing things different doesn't make anything wrong.
Period.
Anybody wrong.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to convey. You know what I'm saying? Because, in my spiritual aspect, you know what I'm saying? I be like, okay, girl, you want to bring up these Bible verses, but I feel the way that I feel. You know what I'm saying? And it's all according to how you feel. And sometimes you can't turn to something that you were taught, like in the Bible, or somebody gave you a good word, or what have you. You got to go inside. For me, that's what spirituality is. It's going within and feeling like. And getting those answers from within, because I feel like when you go by the way that you feel, that's being in tune with your intuition. You know what I'm saying? Your intuition is your guidance system for me. I don't know, you know.
For me, your feelings, for me and my beliefs, I think your feelings are much more alive because you can feel rage, but that's not the way that that's not the only way that you can go. Or you can feel anger. I believe that your feelings will mostly deceive you. And I think with the word, it puts you in tune with the truth, because once you think a thought of anger, you know, then there are going to be other things that come up to feed that anger. You can either go that way. Girl, she took out your combo. But did I do that for her when she was explaining?
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to align this lady's chakras, because you see, like she just all
Baby,
over.
that chakra rocker, whatever that is, that don't apply to Shadette. Shadette got the
You have
Holy Spirit.
chakras. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you have chakras.
Right.
You have. I'm not gonna go into that right now, but you have chakras. You know what I'm saying? This is what the singing bowl does. You know,
well, that's I was
it
saying.
aligns your chakras. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get her all the way together, and she's not even realizing this is all love. This is love right now. Just say thank you. Just say thank you.
Gracias. But as I was saying, I feel like, you know, those fears and those emotions come up for a certain reason to deceive you and to make you make decisions that you wouldn't usually make if you wasn't under that kind of pressure of having those emotions come up. So for me, I would have to rely on the word. And that is a hard thing, to rely on the word of something that you have never seen before. You know, but you do see the results after that. You do see the growth after that. You become bolder. You becoming more confident in the word because you see the results of what you did rather than going with your emotions. So,
there.
so
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Girl, why don't you try to talk so?
I know, but I'm saying, like, okay.
Why don't you try to talk so proper? People don't be peaches.
I am being peaches.
Period.
I'm just saying, okay, so in the spiritual aspects, right? I meditate daily, right? So meditation for me, it calms my anger, it calms my negative thoughts, it solidifies me for my day, it sets the foundation for my day. Mm-hmm. So I feel like with the meditation aspect, you know what I'm saying, you are giving your soul some time, you know what I'm saying, to really set the foundation for you. You know what I'm saying? It's balancing. Mm-hmm. It's balancing your body, because everything is energy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in the spiritual aspect, it's more of a tuning into yourself and basically setting yourself up, you know, to
have victory over your day.
So to have most victory. Definitely, and calm your mind, because basically what really affects us is our thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Our thoughts is really what messes us up at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If you are in a negative state of mind, just keep in mind that you're going to attract that, baby. You're going to attract that everywhere that you're going. You're going to attract it in people. You're going to pull it out of people. You're going to attract the same people on the energy wavelength. You know what I'm saying? So spirituality for me, you know, I've been to the Bible studies, y'all. I've been to church, you know, and it didn't resonate with me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, one day I sat in the closet and I was like, God, like, show me who you are, because I don't want to go against that. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me who you are. Show me who you are within me. And I was led to so many different things. First, I was led to astrology, and we'll get it in. Like, soon as I meet you, I'm asking you, what's your sign? You know what I'm saying? Like, the conversation, what's your sign? Like, girl, get the people get to know these people. I just need to get the foundation. You know what I'm saying? And then I was led into spirituality. You know what I'm saying? And it resonated with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a totally different person than who I used to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't look, and guess what?
And you are too.
Yeah, I am.
You are too. But, you know, different strokes for different folks. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, religion does, you know, it does serve people. It does serve people in a different way. And I feel like it's no judgment zone. But if it fills you with love and it makes you a better person, then that's what works for you. Right. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn that about religion. Because when I first got into spirituality, I'm like, God damn, how people just get in religion? You know what I'm saying? But people resonate differently. And I can't be the one to judge how they connect. Because really at the end, I feel you're connecting to yourself. If you want to say Jesus, if you want to say God, if you want to say source, You know, there are so many different religions, you know what I'm saying? So however you are connecting to yourself, that's all that matters.
Yeah. And I don't dispute that at all.
I just look at I just look at it from a totally different way, you know, as in, you know, and if it brought her to a better place and she's growing and she's bearing fruit, I know that's all because of God. And for me, Christianity is not a religion, it's a way of life, meaning the only commandment that we were left with was to love. And the thing is, you know, that's the 10 commandments, but it's 640 some commandments that we were supposed to follow. But the 10 commandments, if I love you, I don't have to steal from you. If I love you, I can't kill you. If I love you, I, you know, can't commit adultery against you, because my love overflows over those things. So the only commandment that we were left with was to love. And the thing is a renewal of mind. You know, a renewal of mind, seeing things a totally different way and not dependent on the world system. And that's how I grew. That's how I grew within my faith. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, it was so easy, but growth takes time and bearing fruit takes time. Well, not time, but revelation, because, you know, you could have been doing something way back in the past. You know what I'm saying? You think about it now, you're like, that was some messed up stuff I did. That is growth, because then, you know, that was messed up what I was doing back then. So it's when you know better, you do better. So that's what I call growing, bearing fruit and growing and evolving in regard to spirituality. Yeah. So that's just our differences, and to start this podcast off of how we differ in regard to our beliefs and our way of lives and what we, you know, and how we operate within the world. And I believe, like, spending my time with God in the morning and getting my day started. You know, getting my day started, declaring some things over my children, over my husband, over my life. Everything that I'm concerned about is perfected. Affirmation, period. It's affirmations, but it's affirmations to God, and you using your authority to speak those things into the earth. My power that I have been given. Oh, it's it. Affirmations. Affirmations. See, and the thing is, it comes back to the same thing. Right. So that's basically what we thought. That's why we started this podcast, so that y'all know, like, it's all like we all have different beliefs, but at the end of the day, it's the same. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it comes out to be the same thing, because she's saying that she's speaking authority. And when I wake up, I'm telling myself, I'm feeding my soul, like, right. I am rich, I'm wealthy, I'm a multi-millionaire, sure. I'm an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? So as you continue to tell yourself things, well, you start to believe it. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about changing your mindset. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's all in all, it's the same thing. Do y'all see how you know what I'm saying? Y'all see how this is working out? And like I said, like we weren't in this place a long time ago, because we had to grow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We had to grow and realize, like, yeah, we love each other. Right. You know what I'm saying? We just two different people. Yeah. But we just, you know, two different paths. Right. Just sharing the same sack. Like, we came here together. And trust and believe, we are very different in a lot of ways, and the same in some ways as well. We have the same personality, I think, and she's a little bit more extreme than me. She is out, baby. Your girl, okay, your girl. Yeah, she be. I ain't never seen nobody twerking a hole in the wall. I'm like, I clutch my pearls. I'm like, Lord have mercy, I gotta support this girl. Like, this girl, like, girl, we grown women. I like to be 40 years old, you know, and it's like, you know, I'm 39. Well, we're about to be 40. I'm 39 years young. Yeah, we're not, in what I believe, we're not a part of this world system. We're redeemed from the curse, and we don't age like the world does. We look younger and younger every day, and we get better with time. We don't digress with time. We get better like fine wine, honey. But anyways, so go back to what she said. I'm that twin, you know what I'm saying? And you used to be, I used to. The difference is, thank you, Kaisha. I was in a relationship early on in my life. In her younger years. Was free, and I was free and out. You know what I'm saying? So it's my turn. So now that we damn near half of 80, she wants to go out and live her best life. You know what I'm saying? Girl, that girl did say half of 80. she want to live her best life, and I'm like, I'm chill, because I done all of that. You know what I'm saying? So carry on. I don't understand why you had to go there.
We half of 80, but
I'm not half of 80.
It doesn't mean that we're old.
No, I don't believe in. I don't believe in growing old.
Yeah,
I really don't. I believe age is man made. You are your energy.
Time is man made.
You know what I'm saying? So if I want to go twerk and hole in the wall and win $175, I haven't left. So big. So big. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I respect her for that. You know, if she living her best life. You know what I'm saying? I pray that she's safe out in these streets. But baby, your girl be inside. 10 o'clock is her sleep curfew. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Anyway, so go back to that. But I really don't believe in age.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that you are your energy. You know what I'm saying? I believe in keeping my body active. I believe in having a good time.
Right.
I believe in being childish. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call that, because at the end of the day, we big kids just learning to come to us.
Right.
On this journey, because that's all. You just on a journey to yourself. The work on ourselves never ends.
It don't.
Remember that. The work on you never ends. You know what I'm saying? So
something new.
No matter who comes, no matter who goes, who you gonna be stuck with? You. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's why I feel like I'm not trying to fake the funk for no one. You know what I'm saying? So when you come in my energy, what you see is what you get.
Yeah, and I respect that about her. That I look up to her about that, because we be like, Peaches gonna be Peaches regardless.
You heard
and
me?
if you don't like her, she all right with that. If you love her,
you heard me?
Even better. And for me, I think I tend to I feed off of people's energy, and I feel people's energy.
Yeah, me too. But you're more intuitive. I try to give people more
the benefit of the doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe eventually they'll show me something different. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually you'd be like, nah, boo, you should have went with your intuition.
Yeah.
Your gut was telling you. Your gut was telling you, like, you don't need to be around this person. Like, this person ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily that they're a bad person, but that person just is not for you. It's not. They're not supposed to be.
And that's cool. Yeah, and that is totally cool. And as you grow and as you evolve, you realize that everybody is not for you. It doesn't make them your enemy. Mm-hmm. It's just like, look, I need somebody to add to my atmosphere of peace.
You heard me?
You know, I love peace, and I love to be myself around people, and I like to joke. And I like to, you know, I don't take myself that seriously. You know what I'm saying? So if I can't be myself around you, you know what I'm saying? I have to think about, okay, what's what they say when they're not around me? Then you don't need to be around me. And that's just how we are. And, you know, as this podcast go on, we will get better.
I was about to say, wrap it up, honey.
We about to wrap it up because we know it's the first night of football, and we don't want to interfere in that. So we just want to give you a taste of what this podcast will bring. It will bring different topics and from different perspectives to include everyone's opinions.
And I want to feed your soul. I want to feed your soul.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And there will be a lot of positive things coming out of that. And trust and believe, you're going to get a scripture out of Shanette's. I'm going to always give you something positive to leave with and sow a seed in your heart. So there you go.
To wrap this up, y'all. Thank y'all
so much for tuning in.
I love y'all for that.
Yes.
Also, I want to leave y'all with a tidbit. Give yourself some time in the morning. When you wake up, before you go to that job, before you go and deal with people, give yourself some time. How are you feeding you before you go out into this world?
Mm-hmm.
How you feeding you
from an empty vessel? You got to build yourself up. Like, you know, in the mornings, build yourself up. If you don't feel as confident, I'm beautiful, I'm fine, I'm sexy, I'm sophisticated. You know, and just because you're Christian don't mean you can't be sexy. Because I got a whole husband at home, baby. I got to be sexy for that man.
This coming for the person who don't even want their butt to show.
I don't. Because I got to be... Girl, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, it's your body.
It is my body, but at the same time, it's for my hubby.
I understand it. You know, whatever. But that's my tad bit. You know, in the mornings, like, really, truly, it has enhanced my life. And I don't go out. I have to sign in. I work from home. I have to sign into work at 8 o'clock. I wake up at 7 o'clock. And I allow myself, I meditate. You heard me. I meditate. I ring my bell, my singing bowl. I ring my singing bowl. I know it feels good. Now tell me it don't feel good.
I don't feel a thing.
You feel it. It's all that damn wine she drinking, and she done drunk up my crown for the weekend.
Girl, she better tell the truth.
She done drunk up my crown.
I don't drink like that. Anybody that knows that don't drink like that.
Anyways, but give yourself that time in the morning. Speak life into yourself. Speak life into your soul. When you tell yourself a certain thing, so many times you start to believe it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
right. That's just like anybody who's telling you anything negative. Anybody have a
that girl said Jesus juice.
Period. Let her know.
look. In my world, Jesus was a great teacher. He came here to show y'all
the Son of God.
He was telling y'all, I'm a woman of God. I'm an energy of God.
We are gods, but we're gonna get into that in a different podcast because nobody ain't ready for that conversation.
Y'all ain't ready.
You've been given the authority in the earth to speak those things that be not as though they are. And guess what? You speak those things. If you made in the likeness of him and in his image, what does that make you? If a cat give birth to a cat and a dog give birth to a dog, and God say, I made you in my image and you are my child. If you are a child of God, what does that make you? Okay.
A God.
Period. But nobody wants to hear that. So we gonna save that.
They want to hear that. They want to hear that.
I'm not gonna say y'all, but a lot of people, they say, "Oh my God, blasphemy."
No, they want to hear that, but I feel that
foundation because I get foundation.
I feel that coming up in religion, you know what I'm saying, we were taught to fear, you know what I'm saying, and lower ourselves, you know what I'm saying, but no. We came here in the image of God. So Amen. We are gods. You know what I'm saying? Period. And we have that power within. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's my belief. You know what I'm saying?
But we're going to wrap this all the way up. And, we thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for supporting us. And I pray in the name of Jesus that y'all have a good night, that it's blessed, that y'all protected. No harm shall come near y'all.
Go Cowboys.
Y'all protected in the name of Jesus. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much.
All love, baby.
Peace out.
Peace.